Kay.
And I'm Barry Waxler here with our other co-host Al Arias. And we are getting ready for our last guest of the day, Miss Melissa Scott Clark from the Front Porch, who will be with us in just a minute here.
Maiden name Melissa Biggs.
Melissa Biggs, yeah. You get me tongue-tied on that one.
I know. Speaking of tongue-tied, once she gets in here and I snap a pic and put her up on Facebook, all my Facebook friends are all going to be going bananas.
So she said we could talk a little bit about her acting career before she got into business locally here. That's probably why she stepped out for a minute.
I know. I know, right?
Yeah. So no, she's. I don't know what the other stuff she's done, but we already know she was on Baywatch for some years, and so that's enough to start with, huh?
Yeah, and you know what's amazing about her so far, from what I've learned already, is you can be amazingly beautiful and gorgeous and still have, it's like that line in Working Woman, I have a head for business and a bod for sin. Is there anything wrong with that, right? Is that not Melissa, right?
Well, how about her choice of partner with Champion?
Gina Champion Kane.
Yeah, absolutely. Before she gets in, though,
they are really a dynamic duo.
Yeah.
Yeah, that they are. I'm interested to learn more about the Front Porch. It's a unique concept, and she has quite a background as well before she got to Gina.
Yeah, absolutely. But while we're waiting for her to run in here she is real quick. We want to remind everybody about our last guest, REIG operationrenovation.com, and here she is.
So
the one and the only.
Yes.
Miss Melissa Scott Clark.
There you go.
Welcome.
Hello.
Welcome, Melissa. So,
thank you.
So anyway, we were talking about you while you were gone.
Oh, good.
Were your ears burning?
They were.
Yeah.
I'm a little winded. I ran back. Sorry about that.
That's okay. So tell us, you're involved with the Front Porch. Tell us what that is and more details.
Okay, so I started the Front Porch after I met the amazing Gina Champion Kane.
Yes.
The founder of the Patio restaurants, which is exploding all over San Diego. I was just so impressed with Gina when I met her a couple of years ago. I've kind of been keeping my eye on her and her abilities and her accomplishments. You know, she used to work for the mayor. She's pretty much built all of San Diego.
Right.
I mean, she's an incredible role model and mentor to me. And sorry, I'm out of breath.
Oh, that's okay. Like, she brought House of Blues here. Yeah. She brought the La Jolla Village Shopping Center that I'm at all the time. So love you, Gina. Thank you for bringing fabulousness
She's superwoman for sure. She's single-handedly turning the city into a destination place that's rivaling New York or San Francisco.
Well, how'd you guys meet? How did you become the power couple of hot witches?
Call her the yin of my yang.
Yeah.
My husband, Roger Clark, has worked with Gina for years and on the development side. And she was, I love this story, she was with a group of developers that was looking at some big hotels to develop in La Jolla. And they worked for a long time on it and nothing was happening. And she stood up and she goes, guys, I'm out. Total Shark Tank, like that. She's like, it's great, but I'm out. And she turned around and walked off, and my husband was like, I just kicked myself that I didn't go with her because he stayed with the developers. And she went off, and she did what it took to start this restaurant on Lamont Street. And he was actually with her the day she looked around at the old Lamont Street Grill, and she said, you know, I'm going to buy this place. And a year later, and it made $5 million the first year.
Wow.
And the thing is, those developers went under. And my husband's like, you know, she's the only person who did everything she said she was going to do.
Yeah.
And it was just so impressive. And, you know, I've been in consumer products for years and years and years next to my acting career. And I had a huge project with Walmart. I have a big business background with Walmart and Guess, and I've been all over the world. And I've created lots and lots of product lines. And
like, you had a pet product line, which also ties in so well with Miss Gina.
Yeah.
Because she's all about her fur babies. That's one reason why I love the Patio, because I could bring, you know, my baby Pickles. Now I can bring Bo down there.
Absolutely. She's actually got 10 companies, and they're all pet friendly.
Like Love Surf, yeah.
Yes. I grew up in the country in Oregon in a log house, and I've always had tons of animals, too. And right now I've got a bunch, and we do have that in common. We have a lot of things in common. She grew up with brothers, and she's a tough lady. I wouldn't want to face her in an alley, but I
Oh, no.
definitely want her on my team.
Right. So then whose idea was it of the two of you to come up with the porch? How did that come about?
Well, I took a couple of years off. I just moved to San Diego, so I'm new here from LA, and
Well,
I got
welcome.
married. Thank you, and I love it here. But I took a couple of years off to develop a product line and see what I was going to do next. And I actually got this product line into 11 Dina DeLucas in Japan and 150 tasting rooms up in Napa.
Wow.
Whoa.
And it was a jam.
Okay.
It was a jam line, and I decided I needed something a little bit bigger. I couldn't make the margins work because I got to sink my teeth into the big numbers, and so I've always been thinking about the patio and what it's been doing, and I thought, this would be a good fit. And one day at a meeting, Gina said to me, "I love it. I'd love to be a part of it someday." She's always open to new ideas, and
she's smart enough to know a good
Yes.
idea when she hears it.
Well, yeah, and the people who work for her are all family, so she identifies things in people, and she planted that seed with me, and that's all it took. I mean, 6 months later, I went to her and I said, "What if I develop a product line for the patio and we do a retail version of it?" And she said, "Absolutely, yes, yes, yes." And her energy and enthusiasm just drove me. I tell her, "I have creativity on tap now because of you." She goes, "No, I think you always had it." And I said, "I always worked alone, and I had to wear too many hats."
Mm-hmm.
And I always got hung up on, the financial part or this part, and it really drained the creativity out of me.
Right.
And now it's the yin of my yang. She's got my back. She's got over 200 employees now.
Yeah.
And she's just killing it. So it's really nice to have that support in a woman.
I know. I was just going to say,
model.
for me and Miss Stephanie Murphy down there, we loving that, aren't we,
No
Steph?
offense, boys. But
Yeah, right.
in a man's world, it's refreshing to have
Absolutely.
a partner who's a woman.
So how did the product line turn into the Front Porch?
So I found this cute little space in Mission Hills, and it had these two big windows, and the name just came to me, the patio, the front porch, the whole pet thing, and I decided it's really serendipitous, and it's really hard to describe it. When something's meant to be, doors just open, and things just happen, and I sat down in front of the computer, and 5 hours later, I had like a 40-page presentation, and I took it into her, and one of her partners said, "This is the best presentation I've ever seen."
Wow.
And basically, she signed off just on that. And it just flowed out of me. I can't even tell you where it came from. It's just meant to be, 100%. So we have a grand opening coming.
Yay.
We're very excited. This all happened just 3 months ago.
Great. What do we see when we go down to the Front Porch?
When you go to the front porch, again, our motto is, you never know what you're going to find. So it's very eclectic. It's a wine room and tasting house. We house balsamic vinegars and olive oils from Argentina. Very, very high end. But when you step into it, everything you see is for sale. So it's basically everything from the patio, from the succulents to antiquities that we've procured from all over the world, to our gourmet food product line.
Wow.
But we're also carrying other comparable brands like K-Hall and Bar Company and Blythe & Bonnie, other fun things. We're doing our own creme fraiche caramels with sea salt.
Oh,
We're even doing, this is my favorite part, we're even doing a dessert line of dog treats. Because everyone who follows the patio knows that those special little cookies that Chef turns out every day are made from prime rib beef, filet mignon, and bacon fat, and the dogs go crazy for them. So that's dinner,
right.
And then they can come to the front porch for dessert.
Well, if you're going to have respect for your fur babies, you got to give them something little dessert-like at the end.
I'll invite you down when I go do the tour. Okay?
And something else big that we're doing is, and I don't know any other restaurant that's doing this, during an hour wait at the patio, we're giving away free alcohol at the front porch. We're going to have our maitre d's walking people over and sipping champagne and boutique wines that we're going to offer for free. We don't have a liquor license yet, so we can give it away, though.
Right.
So they can come and peruse and sip on some champagne while they wait for their table.
That's a reason for me to wait until it's packed at like 5 o'clock on a Friday.
So let's all go.
Right.
Up and then go have some free drinks.
And I could bring my baby Bo, right?
Yes,
My new fur baby.
He can have dessert first and then
Yay.
dinner after.
So,
awesome.
Well, maybe Jayla wants to come down and bring some Bonafere down there and share with you down there.
That would be fabulous. We would love it. Our grand opening is Saturday, August 2nd. We're doing a soft opening, and our official grand opening party is invitation only. That's going to be the evening of August 14th.
Nice.
So we're going to close the doors for a little while and invite our VIPs down, and
enjoy the moment, because what an amazing thing for you to be involved in.
Yeah,
How
and what
exciting.
sets us aside from your typical tasting room is we have found this unfiltered first press olive oil from Argentina. We're growing our own trees in Northern California, and we're repurposing the bottles from all the restaurants.
Wow.
So we've got bottles that range from $18 to $400. We've got one-of-a-kind pieces.
That's a collector's
Yeah,
item, though.
wine bottles
Amazing.
full of the olive oil. And the great thing is these expensive pieces, you bring them back, we fill it up again. So it's an incredible thing. I don't know anyone else that's ever done this.
Never heard of that
We're
before.
really focusing on local, reuse, recycle, keep it local. Everything that we're doing under our private label is from the community. So we're really excited about that.
Now, how many more do you plan to open in the coming?
6 within the next year. So every place that the patio expands to, the front porch will also follow. But the front porch will also stand alone. You know, it's strong enough. It's your Williams-Sonoma type culinary market. And
Only
we
cooler,
believe the patio brand is going to be strong enough eventually to stand on its own. So we're really excited. We're going all the way up to Napa.
So where's the location of the first one you're open?
The first location is in Mission Hills, 928 Fort Stockton Drive, and we're just right around the corner, steps away from the patio that just opened on Goldfinch, and it's killing it. So
Great.
please come by.
And how can our listeners find out more information online?
Our website is currently under development. We're going to have an incredible e-commerce site that we're rolling out.
Okay.
It's thefrontporchretail.com.
Awesome.
So you were taking Andrea back home there with the French Quarter. So.
Oh, I know.
The French porch.
Yeah.
The front porch.
I'm so excited. I can't wait to go visit.
Yeah, we've got our eye on Liberty Station, up north, North County, Cedros, Encinitas, but then we're going to go to Santa Barbara, Carmel, and Napa right after.
Wow.
Really exciting times. Very,
Absolutely.
very good.
Sounds like you've got a great plan and you got a great partner to go with it.
Absolutely.
And thank you so much for coming in and sharing it with us.
It's really fun. Sorry I was tardy.
That's okay. We like to talk about people behind their backs.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Great. Well, thanks for coming in, and we invite everybody to come down to the Front Porch. You're listening to Close Up on San Diego Business, where we get up close and personal with homegrown San Diego businesses and the people that are working hard to make a difference in our community. This is financialnewsandtalk.com. I'm your host, Barry Waxler, here with my co-hosts, Andrea Kay and Al Arias. Signing off for the week. We'll be back next week with more homegrown business close-up, and stay awesome, San Diego.